Good evening, race fans. Welcome to CRN's live coverage of the Virtual Velocity Racing Series as we're here with the Xfinity / O'Reilly cars at the Texas Motor Speedway. Everything's bigger in Texas. We got 100 laps on tap for everyone out there tonight. Carl Hammer joined the booth by Jimmy Cover. Jimmy, I know, we always talk about these 1.5 mile cookie cutter tracks, but I kind of like Texas, and something about anything under the lights, it just always, steps it up a notch for me.
Yeah, Texas, as far as cookie cutter tracks, is probably one of my favorites as well. And it has good racing. It can get one line dominant depending on tires. And they got 50% fuel out here tonight. They got 100 laps. And they have 23 drivers. So a nice little size field here tonight, back with Virtual Velocity Racing. About 2/3 of the way through, this is one of the final 7 races of the series for the Xfinity car, still, as they call it here, with VVR. And we're going to go down and get a quick rundown of the order. It's going to be Ryan Kelly on the pole here with Dalton Kilrow, the outstanding qualifying there in P number 2. Robert Kahn in 3rd. And John Garrett in 4th. Brandon Muir will be in start 5th with James Yerger in 6th. Mike Hasty, Cade Green, Tyler Hilton, Sean Wilder for your top 10. Then DJ Mitchell, Len McNeese, Todd Merkel, Hemi Gardini, Cole Spalding, Michael Taylor, Tim Lee back in 17th, Ty Marasco in 18th. Got a few more drivers on the list here. In 19th, Hilton Young, Eric Blount in 20th, Gordon Larson in 21st, Michael Pratt back in the back as usual in 22nd, and Todd Poston for your 23 car drive field here tonight. But the drivers are taking the track as we speak, getting ready to roll out.
Yeah, again, as you mentioned, we're in the final third of the season. 14 races down, 7 to go. We start here at Texas. Next week, we'll get to see these drivers turn right as we head to Watkins Glen. But this is the second time we're hitting the 1.5 mile quad ovals here for the season. Earlier on in the season, race number 5 at Old Atlanta, Echo Park Old, whatever again you want to call that one. It was the man on pole that took the win, Ryan Kelly. So we'll see if he's got the hot shoe again here tonight. Last week out at Kansas, it was Cody Griffin that cracked the code and was able to get through and grab himself a win. But leading the standings is Dalton Kilrow by 116 points over Eric Blunt, Dustin Franklin, Brandon Muir, Sean Wilder for your top 5. Michael Pratt, Michael Taylor, Len McNeese, Mike Hasty, and Ty Marasco are your top 10 in the standings for the final third of the season. We'll see who can get it done here. It's certainly going to be tough to catch F41. He's always tough to beat. Maybe if Ryan Kelly can get some of those winning ways that he had earlier on in the season, he can try and figure out a way to move up these standings. But unfortunately, he's already missed 5 races on the season, and it doesn't help out when you miss races and you get 0 points. That's why he's down there in 18th in the standings. But does have 3 wins on the season. We'll see if tonight is number 4. We'll see if Dalton Kilrow can crack through for number 7. But either way, the pace car lights are out. Going to pull down into the pit road. Barney's got the green flag. And we are racing here at Texas.
Way to go here across the start-finish line. Nice start by the field here. Hoping for 100 laps of green flag racing here from VVR. See if they can get it done here tonight. But like I said, this can be a racy track. Get about 15 loose. Ryan Kelly getting a little bit loose coming out of turn number 2 with the front end sliding on him. But Dalton Kilrow looking early here to make the pass and that mistake.
It's not often do we see 2 things here. 1, Dalton Kilrow actually qualifying on the front row, and 2, going towards the front. Normally, he is one that will start, 6th, 7th, 8th on back, and he'll just kind of cruise for that first run and maybe go into a little bit of fuel save mode. But see him already battling for the lead, but now maybe he's listening to the broadcast thinking, oh yeah, that's right, I don't normally lead the first stint here, so I'm going to fall back in line here behind the 13 the way it looks. Kelly back to the point. 3rd place, John Garrett back out there tonight with the good-looking Fort Worth screen printing at number 66. Then you got a battle for 4th place as it looked like James Yerger maybe tapping the wall coming off of turn number 4 as he battles with Robert Kahn. So Kahn's going to take over that spot for now, and now Tyler Hilton dives to the inside. But as Jimmy mentioned, good size field. 22 cars took the green. The 23rd car, Brandon Muir, started from pit lane, so he is out there. We got all 23 running and looking good here under the lights.
Yeah, as always, looking pretty good underneath the lights with these cars, and get on board here with Cade Green. Back in P number 9, just down 1 spot from the start, but plenty of racing here, and you gotta survive, you gotta save your car just a little bit. It's pretty easy to kind of overdrive Texas, as you can see how wide it is here when we're riding on top. About not wide enough for 3 cars. You can. Don't recommend an early race. But you never know, the situation might happen where they get into some lap traffic and they're battling, and you might see the occasional 3 wide, but going good so far on lap number 4 as Ryan Kelly out the lead. So, I wonder if Ryan's going to go out there and just try to run as fast as he can, or is he going to save some of this car? And, Dalton Kilrow, obviously, he's qualified well here tonight, so not in the back of the field, not having to work his way through as much traffic, but John Garrett getting around the 41, so I think the 41 getting into that rhythm, getting into that focus mode, know that he still has 95 more laps to go for a possible podium win here tonight for Dalton Kilrow. But let's look at some of the drivers already making their way through the field, and no surprise, the number 77 of Michael Pratt in the National Guard machine, working his way through the field already, up 8 spots, up into 14th. Ty Marasco also on the move in that number 1, and he's up 6 spots in P number 12. So a few drivers moving their way through. Tyler Hilton, another one of those drivers, making their way up a little bit here early, up into P number 4. So a good run here all over the place, and trying to kind of spread it around here. But our battlefield here kind of starts with Mike Hasty at number 72 as he leads this pack here. They're kind of grouped up.
Yeah, good to see the one in Marasco back out there tonight and competing. I know he's missed a couple of races as that got. Again, nothing to see here. But as I was saying, Marasco missed a couple races, so it's dropped him way down in the points as he started off the season extremely hot. And some of the best races that we've seen out of the one so far this season, or his career, at least on CRN here. But we'll see if he comes back here tonight and can get back to his top 3 ways. But got a good-sized field out here, as mentioned. And up front, it is Ryan Kelly leading the way over John Garrett, Dalton Kilrow, Tyler Hilton, James Yerger for your top 5. I want to send a thank you to the series sponsors, Fort Worth Screen Printing, Hilton Crafts and Designs, and Goldline Guardians for everything that they do here for the series. And good to see the big man behind the wheel out there. Tim Lee is out there in 16th position, up a spot here. So either way, happy to see the man behind the curtains here up a spot. Looks like Brandon Meyer was able to catch up and get ahead of Michael Taylor. Not sure if Taylor had any kind of issues, but the 71 starting from the pits has got his work cut out for him. He's about, looks like, I'm trying to see, about, yeah, there we go, 2 seconds off of his next competitor. You see him up there, but I think starting from the pits, I'm not sure if it was wanted or if it was just, maybe a bathroom break and didn't get back in time to grid up in time. But either way, he's out there, and we got some good green flag racing in the field. Somewhat spread out here. I mean, there's some lines that are forming. It looks a lot closer when you look at the relatives up there. Looks like a lot of reds, a lot of oranges, but realistically, not too many battles out there. Maybe a battle for 8th position with Mike Hasty and Sean Wilder, but other than that, the field kind of just spread out single file.
Yeah, single file, lots of laps to run here, and you got to save them tires a little bit here, and we'll see how many laps they can go under green as well. 50 laps, we're probably, or 50%, we're probably in that 30-ish, 33 lap window. So,
Marasco. I think he was looking for the outside, and the door got smaller and smaller.
Someone got some new hardware. Yeah, we've been working on that. Their power fade definitely come a long way. I replaced my motherboard and processor, and Carl got a whole new PC. So right now we're on my machine here tonight. But yeah, I appreciate the really notice him. Sometimes you'll wonder, if anybody can really truly notice, but it does look great out here tonight. At least from my angle.
A shout out there to Scruffy joining us out there as well, and I definitely do like the AI that he's got working on Facebook. I pop in and see it every once in a while with the whether it's different videos or even just the picture of him working with his AI crew to get ready for each week. So it's not going unnoticed, put it that way. But good start here to the race, as we're already on lap number 14, and it is. It's just VVR putting on what it normally does, putting on some good green flag racing here at the high banks of Texas Motor Speedway. Again, this is the start of the last third of the season, and as I mentioned, it's going to be Watkins Glen coming up next week. Talladega is looming 2 races from now. Charlotte going to go to another one of the mile-and-a-half quad ovals on May 21st. Nashville Super Speedway will round out the month of May. And then for June, we'll have Worldwide Technology Raceway, and Pocono will be the season ender. So it's pretty good good tracks that I'm sure a lot of drivers have a lot of laps on here. I know you kind of start to see the same tracks over and over again, but some of them, like here in Texas, sometimes you don't see it enough. Of course, you go to Charlotte so often, you go to Atlanta or now Echo Park so often, but Texas sometimes it's the one that kind of gets kicked to the curb, and it's the one that some drivers actually complain about, that they don't like the racing here. But I'm with Jimmy. I tend to like it here in Texas. I think it maybe chews up the tires a little bit more than some of the other ones, but it definitely provides some good racing.
Yeah, and you could see as the positions are starting to change. So you've seen John Garrett was up in P number 2 and has fallen back to P number 3 as Kilroy has gotten around, and see Kilroy starting to walk down the number 13 of Ryan Kelly. So obviously the laying back just a little bit does pay off if you're just more consistent, especially when you get the opportunity to have long green flag racing. It can benefit you a lot more, and that's one thing that a lot of these drivers are kind of used to, is obviously these long green flag runs, and it has to do with the type of drivers that are out there, the league in general, and just kind of people giving way, kind of just knowing that they have lots of racing to go, and giving each other room. You've seen people move through the field, and now you see people move back through the field, and plenty of respect for each driver. If they got the person behind them, got a little run, just move it out of the way a little bit, let the pass happen, and follow back behind so you don't lose much more time. And and I think that I heard tires screeching. Probably just somebody down low scrubbing their tires a little bit. But yeah, I mean, it's just all in all, just enjoyment to watch VVR on the screen here, and see who can conquer the track. And then occasionally, at the end, they'll have a caution, and they really stir things up when somebody's been dominating all race, and then who's got that short lap sprint speed in them for the end of the race. But right now, it's all Ryan Kelly from the start. Out front, he had just kind of had a little bobble, and Kilroy got up there for just a quick second, but Kilroy hunting that back bumper this time around here on lap number 20, looking to maybe even get the pass here in the 13.
You talk about cars making a move, and hasn't really made many moves, but the man in third, Robert Kahn, has just moved himself back into third, which is where he started the race here. And I kind of want to point it out because last season, he was a man we talked about quite a bit, up there battling for wins, always kind of in the mix to even battle for minimum top 3s. This season, we've missed him for 5 races, but of the 8 he's run, only 2 finishes in the top 5. That is not a Robert Kahn type of season for sure. And hopefully, there's this little break that they had last week, maybe rejuvenated him a little bit, maybe figured out some things, because he's got it up there in third. Don't want to jinx it right now. Still 4/5 of the race to go, so plenty of racing yet to go as that got a little closer between the 91 and 4. But good to see that 21 back up there and with a little bit of speed here once again. Michael Pratt is got an eyeful of that battle that we were just looking at right there with the 4 and the 91, as that's kind of settled down now once again. We'll see when the pit stops come up. The drivers have 50% tank load here for the race. I would think probably going to be looking at a two-stop race here tonight. You never know. Fuel mileage, that tends to happen here in the series, but hopefully
fuel mileage? No.
Hopefully we'll see some good green flag racing the entire way, which that I don't doubt at all.
If you're in a league and your only complaint is gas, I mean, you should be happy. That's all you have to worry about is gas. Just manage it. I mean, when it comes down to it, they do their best. They're trying to make it now. They're just kind of going off by pretty much what NASCAR would have out there, and then they got to deal with it. There can't be any more complaining. The biggest thing is they didn't want to, from the rip, know that they had to fuel save and get the extra 2 laps each and every time, and not be able to go out there and like race, and so they made another adjustment, and it's been working. And obviously, even after the working adjustment, they've seen themselves, maybe with an earlier caution, it threw that off. But they're okay with that. They're okay with having a fuel challenge because of a caution, but they don't want it from the rip, and I kind of get that, but it's all part of racing, and no matter, you'll never truly get rid of fuel saving. But we have our first taker here, Ryan Kelly, in the pits here on lap number 20, completing lap number 25, Carl.
Yeah, so it could be a 3-stop race if that is the case. I mean, he may be coming in at the the front end of the window, but I mean, he's the only one that came in here. I know he was leading, so he's the one pushing all the air out there, but there's some pretty big gaps out there that you would think some other drivers are burning off some fuel as well. So not sure why the 13's coming in so early, but maybe just trying to get off pace here a little bit. But it's just a simple fact of, if some of these drivers can get a little bit further and make this a 2-stop race, that's where it's going to pay huge dividends. I mean, I know you can get in there and get out with fresh tires, which doesn't even do that, but it looks like maybe we are kind of hitting that fuel window already. So maybe it is going to be a 3-stop race as Michael Pratt now into the pits. Second one in here, as we'll keep an eye on your leader, Dalton Kilbrough, and see when he peels off the track, as we got a battle for third place here. John Garrett is maybe was going to be battling with James Urier. I'm not sure. No, he didn't come in the pits this time. Ty Marasco, Sean Wilder, Len McNeese are the ones that pulled off into the pits. But I don't know. I mean, this is a track where you can definitely save some fuel, Jimmy. I mean, you can really kind of let off the gas and coast it into these corners. Maybe not so much in turn 3, because you're keeping it pretty wide open, as looks like Ty Marasco picking up a pit road penalty. And we talked about him hopefully coming back and having a good race. That's not going to help. 40 seconds added to your time is not going to help at all. Now you got John Garrett, Tyler Hilton, and DJ Mitzel, as well as Cole Spaulding coming in and making a pit stop. Todd Merkel going to join him in there. And we'll still see quite a bit of drivers. The top 11, actually top 12 right now, yet to come into pit lane. The question is, can they make it to 33? Can they make this a 2 pit stop race? That would be huge for these drivers. As I thought the 66 was maybe a little bit too far front, and now he finally gets it into his stall and going to get it jacked up there. And I think the other thing, well, there you go. There's your answer, as Kilbrough could not make it to lap 33. But I think the other thing is, if you can make it a 2 pit stop race, you can definitely take tires on both those stops and kind of really make that car last the entire way. But I think what this is going to do here with Ryan Kelly coming in early, I don't think he took tires. If he did, maybe just right side tires. This should give him a pretty sizable advantage over Dalton Kilbrough, since we got the short pit done, got back out there. We'll see how it transpires. And still got 3 cars out there: Eric Blunt, Tim Lee, and Michael Taylor. So not out of the realm just yet of getting to a third of the way through this race. The 6 is going to go by at least for another lap.
Yeah, at least that's lap number 30 for the number 6, as Tim Lee and Michael Taylor have come in, and sort of 6 is trying like crazy to stretch it, and regardless of that small splash and dash towards the end is going to play big, a big part here. Obviously, it does have 15 cars stuck a lap down at the moment, and still out there, Carl. So Eric Blunt in the Celsius machine stretching it here tonight. That's lap number 31, going for 32. So you got to get a 33 in there, and somewhere in the next 2 stints, you have to get a 34 to get that final lap if this thing were to go green the whole way. So fuel saving or not.
We got a fuel strategy race, Jimmy.
Somebody is trying it out.
Yeah, I mean, it's worth a gamble if you feel like you're off base and this may be his only shot to win. I mean, realistically, if you're behind the leader by 50 seconds, when they make that last pit stop, you're going to be in the lead because, I mean, it takes roughly about 40 seconds of pit lane time, but then you add in the time of slowing down and getting back up to the race speed, probably looking at a good 50 seconds worth of time. So, as long as he can keep that 50-second buffer, he can save and try and make this thing on a 2 pit stop strategy. As he is going to come in right now, and he's made 33 laps here for the first one. It's going to be a tall order to make 34 at some point, but 33 is apparently doable, albeit somewhat slow, but very doable. And unfortunately, looks like a good chance that we'll see how far down he is as he just gets passed by Ryan Kelly, who has got a 1-second lead over Dalton Kilrow, Robert Kahn, Tyler Hilton, James Yerger for your top 5, DJ Mitchell, John Garrett, Sean Wilder, Cole Spaulding, and Len McNeese for your top 10. And trying to see where the 6 is coming out. Looks like he's just coming out of the pits right now. So already a good amount behind the leaders, and this is where you're kind of set to that strategy already, but he's going to be a lap down to the leaders right now. Now, he's got fresh tires. That is what he's got to his advantage, and you think, okay, he can run hard, he can run these leaders down and get around them. He can't run hard. He's got to save fuel. So it's going to be a tall order for him as right now he's down by essentially about 33, 34 seconds to the field. You double that over another stint, he's already going to be back further in the field, but it's worth a try. It's worth a gamble. Why not?
Yeah, it might not be Vegas, but gambling is something that the drivers do each and every week, choosing their strategy. And, Eric Blount does go ahead and make that bet. And with his decision here, and you can see already, getting up there and getting around the 41. So now to get back on the lead lap is his main goal, and try to stay up there. So, if these drivers didn't take tires because they got 2 more stops, he's going to want to take full advantage of having them tires here for the majority of, as much as he can. Because we already know these drivers will be coming in about, they're in a lap 25. So if Kelly's going to come in at 25 again, how far can Eric get out in front of him? To see, because he's only got to make 1 more stop at this rate that he was running. So he has to, whatever he did, he has to replicate again, and we'll see if that will net Eric Blount a great finish here tonight with his fuel strategy and running that car here tonight. But on the track, in first place is Ryan Kelly still over Dalton Kilrow, then Robert Kahn there in P number 3, John Garrett, Cole Spaulding, and Tyler Hilton as Cole Spaulding just went around in number 8. James Yerger there in P number 7, DJ Mitchell in 8th, Mike Hasty in 9th, and Sean Wilder. The number 91 rounds out your top 10 here for the night.
Yeah, I'm interested in not just the 6's fuel strategy, but you mentioned Ryan Kelly and Dalton Kilrow. Kelly came in 4 laps before Dalton Kilrow, and it still puts him on a 3-stop strategy. They've both been a 3-stop strategy, but it's really going to come down to, can Kelly hold off Dalton Kilrow on the final 2 runs, because most likely that's when both of them will be taking those new tires. Technically, Kilrow should have, to the point where he can take less fuel on that final pit stop. Maybe he decides to take 2 tires to try and save some time that way as well. But other than that, if Kelly can keep it out there, get fresh tires on the next stop, fresh tires on the final stop, he may have what it takes to knock down Dalton Kilroy here once again and claim his 4th victory of the season. As you see, the 77 of Michael Pratt maybe missing the entry there, a little bit sliding up. Going to give the opening to Todd Poston on the inside as they battle for 12th position.
And that's what we're watching right now is the Nerds Machine down to the inside, National Guard to the out. And then you have obviously Brandon Meir back there as well in P number 14. So being able to kind of come out, and he has obviously a lot of work to do to get up towards the front. Still down 8. We'll make that 7 spots as he gets by at the 31 of Todd Poston. So
can he tell us you have fresh tires, Jimmy?
Just a little bit.
I mean, those passes right there by the 71, easy as you like. It's almost like a multi-class series out here, and the 71 gets on by Pratt and Poston and gaps them very quickly. But we got some other drivers out there that elected for tires as well on that first pit stop. John Garrett in 3rd place, now 2nd. Did take a set of tires, and not a bad move to kind of mix it up here a little bit. I would think maybe now in the next pit stop, the drivers that took tires on the first one will elect to double stint those tires and then take a set for that final sprint to the finish. But we'll see how it all plays out here. But you can see that there's a clear advantage to taking tires here tonight at Texas.
Tires have always been huge at Texas for quite a bit. We have seen drivers come out and take 2 before to kind of save time, and it works. Depending on how much wear and tear they're putting on them, left side tires, of course. But yeah, I mean, if you're going to be in there for that amount of time to get fuel anyways, might as well take the 4 tires and come back out. But yeah, I can see somebody maybe trying 2 tires to save a second or 2 and get back out on the track. Cars seem pretty planted here tonight, except when when it was colder, right there from the rip, and Kelly had that little bit of lapse. But here is the number 66 of John Garrett. The battle for the lead as they cross the start-finish line. It's going to be your new leader, John Garrett, the number 66.
I want to thank everybody out there for tuning in here tonight. And if you haven't done so already, hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe if you want to get in touch with everything that CRN has to offer. This typically would be our doubleheader nights. There's a chance that the Core GT series may not be broadcasted live here tonight. It may be simulcasted and broadcasted via the replay on a further day, possibly tomorrow night, as some family issues coming into play for our broadcasters. And obviously, as much as we try and keep everything status quo, family comes first at the end of the day, for the drivers, for the broadcasters, for everyone out there. It absolutely should. So no harm, no foul. It just is what it is. But hopefully we'll get to the replay of the race up here on CRN when we get a chance. But we'll at least get some good racing here at Texas done and dusted before we get to possibly that broadcast. But right now, looking pretty good out here for the field. Already through 47 laps of this race. John Garrett is your leader. Ryan Kelly, Dalton Kilroy, Cole Spaulding, Mike Hasty for your top 5. As Spaulding and Hasty both have a new set of tires on their cars, and they're trying to hunt down the top 3 right now. Robert Kahn right behind him in 6th. James Yerger, Tyler Hilton, DJ Mitzel, and Brandon Meir, the one to start for the pits, now up to the top 10.
Yeah, working his way up through the field here in tall order here, and we do have our first taker to the pits here on lap number 48. So
quite early. Yeah, quite early.
Quite early. So a short pit here by the 8. Probably to come in, just get the fuel, get back out there, keep it running. He knows he has to stop one more time. We already know that they can go over 25 laps up towards all the way up to 33 laps. Depending on their driving stuff. And we'll go back and check with Eric Blunt at the moment. And here he is next to your league owner of Tim Lee. He's down on the outside.
Yeah. Doesn't want to be on that outside though, Jimmy. I mean, you're burning more fuel out there. You got to get down to that bottom and hug that bottom as much as possible to keep the speed in it, but mainly to make the track shorter and to save a little bit of fuel. Is, oh man, off the throttle a lot earlier than Tim Lee expected. That was almost an incident here as 24 almost got into the back of the 6. But I gotta keep it going here, keep it rolling. As Garrett now 2.3 second lead. We'll have the 91 and 84 of Wilder and McNeese into pit lane. Hopefully the 91 stall is first, so the 84 doesn't have to cut across here. But looks like Glenn McNeese is gonna have to back out of it and get in there. As you see the 2 there.
Oh, Andy missed.
Todd Merkel. No, we're good. Okay, the two of Todd Merkel pulling out of the pits. Now we got the 13 of Ryan Kelly into pit lane for his second pit stop. Lap 51, so kind of keeping it right there at the midway point. As we'll see the second round of pit stops well and underway. John Garrett out there trying to stretch this thing out. He last pit on lap number 28, so we'll see if he goes all the way to 56 or if he decides to just short pit it here a little bit. Kilroe has dropped back to 4th since Hasty and Spalding with those newer tires were able to reel him in and make the pass.
Yeah, just the new tires coming into play, and you just know when they get up there and they start passing. They got new tires. It's not uncommon. You should be able to use one set of tires for 100% fuel. So it just obviously ovals, the tires wear out and you get slower. Now if you're out there in a GT car, then more than likely you might even be doing faster. It's just kind of unique how the tires work for each types of cars, but the pit stops are happening here again for the second time here tonight. The green from the start. John Garrett is your leader over Mike Hasty at the moment. Cole Spalding in your top 3.
We are halfway through the race, and I think it's about time that we give everyone out there in Sierra Nation a little love to hear it.
Love to hear it.
sights and sounds of the Virtual Velocity Racing Xfinity / O'Reilly series here at the Texas Motor Speedway, as the second round of pit stops have now been completed, as Eric Blunt made it all the way to lap 67, so he is potentially good if he can save that 33 laps again for the final stint, but I worry he's a little bit too far back to make any kind of threat here, but you never know. I mean, he's out there having fun for sure. As it looks like Hilton Young picking up a meatball. Not sure where that came from. Tom Merkel with a black flag as well. So yeah, maybe take a look back and see what happened here. It's Hilton Young limping around on the access road here to try and get down into pit road, but not sure where the meatball came from. Yeah, already wrecked right there, the 38. But yeah, you're on the 17 right now.
Yeah.
No, he got a meatball. He hit the wall when you were on the 17 there. He went up and hit the wall right before. The reason the 17 went up and hit the wall is because the 38 was down below. Yes, it must already had damage there because he was really slow.
Well, there he is.
Well, I tell you what it could have also been. Let me take a look here. No, I don't see anything. I was going to say maybe iRacing him the meatball that he had to go to pit lane because of connection issues, but that's not the case either, so I'm not sure what the heck happened here in the 38. But either way, we are still cruising along here as we're on lap number 73 now, as Ryan Kelly has got an 8-second lead over Mike Hasty. Tyler Hilton was in second. He's now come in to make his final pit stop of the race. He short pitted last time. It got him a huge margin to catch up to the field, and looks like he is going to come in for a short pit here again, see what he can do for the final stint. John Garrett, DJ Mitchell also into the pits. But your top five right now: Ryan Kelly, Mike Hasty, Dalton Kilroe, Brandon Muir, and Robert Kahn.
I'm gonna see who's doing what. Everybody's strategies are all so different. But we got a bunch of people in right now. We said Garrett Wilder, Mitchell Spalding, Pratt.
And Garrett and Wilder with a black flag as well. That'll be a 40-second hold for both of them, and pretty much taking them out of the mix. Len McNeese now brings the 84 down into pit road. And he is going to get a black flag. Man, the officials at the end of pit road not being kind to drivers here tonight. And I think it's because that yellow line is all the way, almost in, the exit there of turn 4. And I don't know if drivers realize that. I think it's a little bit later, but Ryan Kelly gets in there nice to save. Mike Hasty is now your new leader. You see Dalton Kilroe behind him right now. They both hit on lap number 58. And right now, Hasty has got the better of Kilroe, but I think Hasty may be out of tires for this last pit stop. We'll see how that works out here, which would be a shorter pit stop for him. But then he's going to have to deal with Dalton Kilroe coming up there with some fresh new tires. Brandon Muir, I think, is kind of in the same boat. He used both his set of tires already, and we'll see him maybe drop back through the field for the final stint here. But a lot of different strategies playing out here for sure. Ryan Kelly is back out in 6th position, and he is about 32 seconds behind your leader right now. So he will get the lead back here after the pit stops. Will he have what it takes to get here to the end, as he's actually battling right there with the 41 of Dalton Kilroe, as we are kind of like about halfway through the final pit stop here tonight. No more pit stops for the 6 of Eric Blunt. He's at least hoping so, and we'll see how far up the field he can finish tonight. As a definitely different strategy than everybody else here tonight. And maybe he's rationing. Maybe the funds are a little short on the 6. Got to save whatever he can. Save fuel, save tires. Whatever it is. It's maybe they're paying the crew by the hour, or by the pit stop, and saving a pit stop that way. I don't know. It's not my business to talk about finances with the drivers. So let them have what they have. As I did mention, I'd love to hear it. Good to see Hemi Gardini always trying to sell his tires, the extra tires that he has. But he's still got that 17 out there. He's got a little wrinkle up in the back end of it, but other than that, the 17 is still rolling, and we are almost coming up on the last 20 laps of the race.
They're doing a good job here tonight, not getting involved in anything and or any internet connections. But right now, Mike Casey is your leader. Dalton Kilroe sitting there in number 2, Brendan Muir in 3rd, James Yerger in 4th, Ryan Kelly back in 5th. And then you got Tim Lee riding in the top 6 at the moment, Tyler Hilton in 7th, Michael Taylor, Eric Blount are in 9th right now as they come on the pits, and DJ Mitchell for your top 5.
It'll be real interesting to see where Hasty and Kilroe come out of the pits. Ryan Kelly up in 5th, Tyler Hilton in 7th, already made their final pit stops. Tim Lee in the middle of them has yet to come in. So it'll be interesting to see when they take their final pit stop. If they maybe decide to take 2 tires, if they're going to take 4 right now. Ryan Kelly is only about 28 seconds behind Mike Hasty, so I think even with a 2-tire pit stop, Kelly would still be able to get out in front of Hasty, and then just would obviously have to hold them off with whatever fresh tires, whether it's 2 tires, 4 tires to the end of this thing. But again, I believe Hasty has used his tires already for the race. Don't quote me, not sure, but Dalton Kilroe, I can almost guarantee has a set of tires, as speed's starting to amp up here a little bit. A couple of drivers running their fastest laps of the race recently. Robert Kahn ran the fastest lap of the race, and a first driver into the sub 30-second range of 29.99.
We're gonna break it, unless I break it with a knife.
Exactly, right on the nose. As James Yerger leaves from the top 5 to make his final pit stop. Still got quite a few out there yet to make that last stop, and then right now, of the top 7, only 2 of them have made their final pit stop, that being Ryan Kelly and Tyler Hilton. But this has been another great race here put on by Virtual Velocity Racing, as I want to thank our sponsors here again, Forward Screen Printing, Hilton Crafts and Designs, and Gold Line Guardians for everything that they do here for the series. Biggest mover of the race right now, we got three big movers is right now. Tim Lee up 11, Eric Blunt up 11, Todd Posson up 10, and even Michael Pratt is up, Todd Posson up 12, and then Michael Pratt up 10. So some big movers right now, but we'll see how much more they'll move up and down with the final pit stops still looming. But it's been green from the beginning, and getting back to their green ways here at VVR, just the way we like to see them here, is Todd Poston catching up to the 49 of Spalding, and maybe a little contact there. It sounded like a little bit of a bumping and banging there, but the Nerds machine is going to get on by and move it into 10th position.
And our battle for a little farther back, 39 going around 13. 7 seconds to make his way around it.
Yeah, Kilroe going to come in and make his final pit stop and maybe try to short pit the other ones out there. But again, I don't think Hasty or Mir have a set of tires left. Mir comes into the pits with him. So we'll keep an eye on both of them. I would think. Well, I don't know what Kilroe will do here. I mean, he could take and maybe try to take 2 tires and take the fight to Ryan Kelly. I don't know. Kelly's already passed him on the front stretch here, as Yerger now puts in a 29.89. So the times are dropping here. It is starting to be race time here at the end. They're starting to use up these cars as much as possible, as Ryan Kelly, Tyler Hilton now moving to 2nd and 3rd. Kilroe has got a lot of work to do, and he only took 2 tires there to try and do it. You see it right there. Mike Hasty's still your leader, and I'm sure he would love to. Well, I don't know if he'd love to see a caution here or not, because again, I don't think he has tires to play here at the end. Brandon Mir certainly did not. Now Mike Hasty into pit lane, giving up the lead here, as he had to do, and he's going to bring the 72 down here. We'll see him come back out, and we'll see probably back half of the top 10 when he gets back out there. Ryan Kelly coming around turns 3 and 4, and it's going to be 13 laps left to go for the 13. As pretty crazy. I mean, how all the strategies played out, worked out. The race of the 66 is getting lapped right now, though, is not on strategy, not on speed. It's on a mistake. It's on the pit road penalty mistake for the 66, and what could have been here. Certainly a good starting position up there in 4th place, and it got up as high as 3rd. Did John Garrett? Actually, never mind. He got up as high as 1st. He did lead some laps here tonight, but unfortunately, pit road marshals got him here tonight. Ryan Kelly is back to the lead. Tyler Hilton in 2nd. He's about 8.5 seconds behind him. You got to go another 5.5 seconds back to Dalton Kilrow in 3rd. So Tyler Hilton may have played his cards correct here and taken those short pits to try and get the edge on Dalton Kilrow here tonight. And it makes sense, Jimmy. On a race where Dalton finally qualifies on the front row, he may not be factoring into this win at all.
Yeah, I mean, he ran good though. So I mean, he was just, just do what you can. You do your best, and the short pits played a greater role here tonight.
Another black flag here. This time it's going to go to Ty Marasco. Not sure if that was entering pit lane or not, but yeah, it looks like he's just coming down into his stall right now. So another 40-second hold is, man, we talk about, maybe the 6 pit crews are getting paid by the stop. I think the marshal at the end of pit road, the beginning of pit road there is maybe getting commissions on every black flag that he throws out there, because he's throwing a lot of them out there here tonight. But as it stands, Ryan Kelly has now got 10 more laps to go to try and grab his 4th win of the season, get back to his winning ways. Tyler Hilton in 2nd, Dalton Kilrow, Mike Casey, DJ Mitchell for your top 5. They got Mir, Yerger, Poston, Taylor, and Blunt for your top 10. As Blunt trying to save himself into that top 10. Unfortunately, going to lose a spot there to Spalding for fall back to 10th. He's got Michael Pratt right behind him as well, so it's got to be tough. He's got the leader coming up on him right now, as well as the leader fully into lap traffic here.
Yeah, pulling in lap traffic, and he's got 9 seconds or 8 seconds to play with, so no huge rush here. I mean, it's still a 2nd lap, just getting held up that much, and obviously the 6 would be slow, and old tires, well, not old tires, but older tires, longer, so not going to find himself going anywhere fast. 14 just takes his time. 6 moves out of the way.
You know why he's got to take his time, Jimmy? He ain't got no flashers on the front of that thing. He can't pull Craig Jancic on Wednesday night and just keep flashing until they realize somebody's behind him. They're just stickers, as Lena McQueen definitely taught me. Actually, it wasn't even Lena McQueen. I think it was the sponsors taught me that those aren't headlights. They're just stickers. But it is. What happened to Tyler Hilton here? Did we miss something? Because he fell back fast here at the end. Unless it was just a really fast set of tires here, but no, I mean, Hilton took 4 tires, so something must have happened here to the 8, or maybe worried about making it to the end. I mean, he pitted lap number 72. I mean, we're seeing that you can make it to lap 33. But that's with extreme saving. I don't know what it is. If you're running full out, maybe Hilton thought he couldn't make it to the end for whatever reason. So now it's down to Kelly and Kilrow, but it's 7.5 seconds separating the two of them. We only got 6 laps. It's about to be 5 laps to go. It's going to be too much for the 41 to make up here tonight, but certainly not without the effort here. I want to thank everyone out there for tuning in again tonight. If you haven't done so yet, hit that like and subscribe. Get you in touch with everything that's here and has to offer. But, I mean, out of the 23 cars that started here tonight, looks like we only lost 3 of them, as Ty Marasco in pit lane. Looks like he is done for the night. 21st, Todd Merkel in 22nd, and then Cade Green still dealing with the meatball in 23rd. But out front, Ryan Kelly looking for another win here in the season.
Yeah, and did it, it won't say easily. Had to stick to a strategy, and you had to hope for those green flag runs. I mean, coming in, 25 laps, 25 laps, and paid out big here at the end, but only by 6 seconds. So overall, just he got caught up in traffic a little bit there and took his time to get through safely. So there's that as well. And looking at most of the times we don't see. I mean, except here with VVR for the most part, is the fact that kind of a leader kind of getting out there and then having a little bit of time and not with that traffic. Not necessarily an incident because they the back of the half wreck, but just racers out there racing just a little bit slower. But the 13 starting from the pole here tonight looks to be just like to have this one in the bag. Just a few more corners to go across the line with 2 laps to go. Dalton Kilo sits back there in number 2, starting second as well. Tyler Hilton in third. Mike Hasty, DJ Mitchell for top 5. James Gerger in 6th. Todd Costa in 7th of 16 spots. Ben Mayer works his way up to 8th. 9th, Michael Pratt, and 10th, Cole Stark.
We're on the final corner here as the white flag will be out for Ryan Kelly. One more trip around Texas as he has got this one well and in the bag, as long as he can just keep that car in between the lines here, in between the line and the wall, and not get close to either of them here, as he's got a 4.5-second lead now over Dalton Kilroe. Great run for the 13 here tonight, as he's going to step his way back into victory lane. It's been quite some time after a heck of a start to the season, and it looked like he was going to be a dominating force. But either way, he is going to pick up his 4th win on the season here tonight. The checker flag flies for the 13 of Ryan Kelly. 2nd place going to go to Dalton Kilroe. 3rd place is going to go to Tyler Hilton. Still not sure what happened to him there at the end. Maybe we'll get an idea when we discuss it with him in the interviews. Mike Hasty, DJ Mitso for your top 5. Then you got James Yerger, Todd Poston, Brandon Meyer, Michael Pratt, and Cole Spaulding for the top 10. Eric Blunt is going to finish the race, but just out of that top 10, and maybe just limping it here back there, but he is going to come home in 11th. Gordon Larson, Tim Lee, Robert Kahn, unfortunately going to finish back there as he had a pit road speeding penalty as well in 14th. Sean Wilder rounds out the top 15. John Garrett, Len McNeese, Emmett Garardini, Michael Taylor, Hilton Young, Ty Marasco, Todd Merkel, and Cade Green are your 23-car field here tonight. We'll get the top 3 here in for their interviews, and we'll see how the race was for them. But once again, I want to thank everyone out there for tuning in. Hit that like and subscribe. Get you in touch with everything we have to offer here at CRN. And again, no guarantees on the Core GT series starting up here at 9:30. If not, keep an eye on CRN, and if you're subscribed, you'll get notified when we are live. If you hit that bell, and you'll see if it's going to be put up tomorrow or not. But either way, we'll get our top 3 here in for the interviews. But in the meantime, Jimmy, just another ho-hum 100 laps here at Texas for VVR.
Yeah, quick little run here with VVR, and they try to stay away from that yellow flying thing at the tracks, and they've found it a few times, but tonight not so much. Great run here by the drivers, 100 laps from start to finish. Yet again, it's the end of the month, Carl, so April is gone and dusted. Maybe the bad races are behind us. Even Tuesday night was a lot cleaner, and that was at a super speedway. So I mean, it's just I don't know whether it was the format we changed to over there, or if it's just the end of the month. So hopefully just April was just a bad month for the drivers here on on the iRacing service. But again, looking forward to talking to the top 3 here as we had that great race, and see how their race is, and if they're prepared for the remaining 6 races here with the Xfinity cars before they switch over. Well, they'll take a little break, and then they'll switch over to the trucks to finish out the year.
Yeah, I mean, like you mentioned before, maybe it was a long extended April Fools. Maybe it was April showers, because it was certainly raining yellows on everyone out here in every series that we were covering here in April.
Yeah,
but
the side of meatballs.
Yeah, exactly. But the month is now at an end, and before I forget, want to send a shout out to the woman behind the curtain for me, if you will, and that is my wife, as it is her birthday tomorrow. So happy birthday to the missus, and
The better half.
yeah, exactly. But we will get to our interviews here in a second. Just trying to find Tyler Hilton. I'm just going to drag him in. I'm going to force him in here, whether he wants to talk or not. But Jimmy, your third place finish here tonight is going to be the 8 of Tyler Hilton.
Hey, Tyler, Jimmy, and Carl, up to boot. You got me.
I have got you guys. How are you guys doing?
Well, we're doing pretty well. Obviously, we've seen that you're having a great race here tonight. It was in P number 2, coming down to those final laps, and all of a sudden, what happened? We'll let you tell the story.
Dalton Kilroy, that's what happened. So that man is on a mission. He's fast. He's hard to beat. But props to those guys. I'm just, after the way this season has went, and after just some stuff recently, it feels really good to be up here on a podium again. It's been a long time, and definitely a good moment for me right now.
Yeah, it was almost like the speed difference was, we didn't know if you were just getting close with fuel, or if the tires went out, or if something mechanical happened. But you were looking pretty good there for a P2 here tonight. But either way, you finish it in second. You do get up here on the podium and get a chance to talk to us up here. It's always good to see you out there running, and definitely tonight getting a good finish here. Tonight, you have 7 or 6 more races remaining for the season. So how are you feeling for the rest of the season, and are you looking forward to the upcoming truck series?
Oh yeah, definitely. Looking forward to the next few races on it. I'm just out here for wins now at this point, so I think I'm kind of out of it in the championship standings. But yeah, just coming out here for results, and looking forward to the trucks on it. Definitely by a lot. So that's kind of my money vehicle right there. I like that one. But yeah, I'm going to say the number change. I think that's what kind of helped me.
Well, sometimes that helps, and does look good out there in the Gold Line Guardian machine Victory Junction. So again, congratulations on the podium finish here, finishing in 3rd place here tonight. And we want to say congratulations as always, but give you some time for any chance you might have.
Yeah, definitely everybody at Falcon Motorsports, Cade, John, Colin, he's not here tonight, but Gold Line Guardians, Victory Junction, Chevrolet, all those guys, my support group, my parents, God, got Jay out there and a couple other people that just, anybody that doubted me ever through the season, this one's for them. So there'll be more to come.
Appreciate all the shout outs, and again, congratulations on your great finish. We'll let you go celebrate this one with your friends and family.
Yep. And you guys are awesome up there as well. So keep it crazy up there.
Thank you, Tyler.
That is your 3rd place finisher here tonight, the 8 of Tyler Hilton. 2nd place here tonight is going to go to the 41 of Dalton Kilroy. Dalton, we finally get to see you start on the front row, and then you don't factor into the win.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Maybe
7th. Yeah, maybe 7th or 8th is a better starting spot for you. You seem to have more wins from 7th or 8th than you do from the front row. But listen, I mean, it was a crazy night when it comes to strategy. I know you guys talked about it, you harped about it, you joked about it, you complained about it when it comes to the fuel strategy. But here tonight, it wasn't necessarily fuel strategy unless you were in the 6th of Eric Blunt actually making it on a 2-stop strategy. But it was really tires, and it was how you guys played out the tire strategy and when you were going to come in, if you're going to short pit. It looked like Tyler Hilton may have, had a strategy to maybe sneak in there and steal 2nd place from you, but looked like the stop at the end was enough for you to reel him in and get 2nd place here tonight. A little tough to get to the 13, but talk to me about the race and how big those tires were.
Yeah, I knew I was losing a lot of time by the guys short pitting there on that last pit stop. So that's why I took 2. Plus the car was getting pretty tight. So I figured taking 2 right side tires would save it. And that's what allowed me to run the 8 back down. I just, ever since they updated this car and made it even more aero dependent, I should have never let Ryan Kelly pass me at the start of the race after I led that first lap. Because once he got out in front and started to try to slow down and save some tire, he started aero blocking. And around here, where it's one lane, you literally can't do anything unless you're half a second faster than them a lap, and they don't even have a chance to do anything. So, it was good play out of him, fair play. That's how you got to race it. Sucks that that's how we have to race, but I'll take P2, especially to Ryan Kelly, because I mean, whenever Bro shows up, he just I don't know what it is, but
he's competition for sure.
He is definitely competition. I mean, he's in the same percentage of wins per start. So
yeah, this is his fourth win on 9 starts, and then you got 6 wins on 14 starts. So yeah, pretty much right there with both of you guys. And be nice to see what would have happened, points wise, if he was able to be here for every race this season. I'm sure you don't mind. I'm sure you don't mind when he misses a race here and there to give you a little bit of a shot. But I mean, you got some fun tracks coming up, and next week you guys get to turn right. So what are your thoughts on Watkins Glen coming up next week?
I'm glad I have a rock and metal music festival I'm going to, because I will not be attending.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm gonna be seeing like Guns N' Roses, a ton of other bands at Welcome to Rockville. If anybody's also going, that's where I will be out at the Speedway. So thankfully, I guess you could say, because I don't really like road course racing. Thankfully, I missed the only road course. I'll gladly take a provisional. So,
all right. Well,
good luck to everybody else.
yeah. Take some time to celebrate the second place here tonight, and definitely have fun next week. We'll certainly miss you out there on the road course, and probably missing you more than you're missing us, the way it sounds. But either way,
hey, Watkins Glen is not a bad track. I'd love to race, but these tickets are $400, so I'm kind of obligated to go.
A little bit. I guess we'll give you priorities there on that one. But either way, before we let you go and get out of here tonight, who do you give a shout out to or thanks to?
I thank Orman Barbaco, Team Watson Racing Setups. I thank the Con Man, Robert Con, and James Yerger. Kind of all were brainstorming there. I hate that the Con Man got a speeding penalty on that last stop, because man, he was having a good run. I feel like he probably could have been knocking on the door of the podium. Obviously, I got to thank you guys for the broadcast. Goldline Guardians, Hilton Crafts and Designs, Fort Worth Screen Printing, everybody at home for tuning in, and all the admins with Virtual Velocity Racing for putting the league on.
All right, buddy. Well, congrats again on the second place here tonight. We'll let you go celebrate, and we'll see you in 2 weeks when you return from Talladega. That is your second place finisher here tonight, the 41 of Dalton Kilroe. Last but not least is going to be the winner here tonight, and that's the 13 of Ryan Kelly.
Hey, Ryan, Jimmy, and Carl up in the booth. You copy?
I got you.
There he is. Ryan in the booth here again for another trip to the winner's circle. Started on the pole here tonight and made it work. Obviously, one of the first cars to come in and pit, and thought everybody was going to have to pit out there for the same amount of time. And then obviously there's like Eric Blunt out there. He stopped twice. So I didn't quite work out for him, but he did almost get into the top 10 with that strategy. But tonight the 13 was on fire and kind of was the car to kind of watch and to see if anybody's other strategies could have made it around you. But that was not the case here tonight. So great run by the field and by yourself. Want to say congratulations, but give your side of the story, man. How was it out there? And was there any challenging factors that led you to this win here tonight?
Yeah, it was fun tonight. It was definitely happy to start on the pole there and have the clean air. I think the dirty air got worse and worse as the tires wore out there. And I was thinking about saving there at the beginning to try the 2-stop, but didn't think with the amount we had to save, it would be quicker than just splitting it evenly every 25 laps. So, yeah, I also took 2 tires on both the pit stops there. I only took rights both times. I didn't know if anyone else tried that, but I figured with taking 4 tires and only the limited fuel, it would be so much longer. So it felt pretty good. Still went 100 laps on the left side tires, but yeah, it's fun tonight.
Well, that's a first. That's the first time I think I've heard anybody keep their lefts for that long. Was iRacing yelling at you at all, saying like that your tires are worn or anything on the left sides?
No, I haven't. Didn't hear anything from the crew chief. I'm excited to get out of the car here and see what the tires were after this interview. But Yeah, the car felt good, and it didn't feel like it was going any slower there. I think with how tight it was getting on the longer run, fresh right sides every time just was helping it turn, and yeah, it felt good. So keep that in the memory for the rest of the season here, and hopefully get a couple more wins.
It's always interesting to find out who used what and how it worked out for them. Tonight, your strategy paid off to be the winning car and get yourself another victory here for the season. Got 6 more races next week. Head off to Watkins Glen. So how you feeling about doing some right-hand turns next week?
Yeah, not always the best at road course racing, but I'll try and give it my best and see how it turns out. Looking forward to that one and the rest of the oval races coming up too.
Yeah, sounds great. There's Watkins Glen and Talladega for the next 2 weeks. So anyways, tonight was a great one here for you. So we want to say congratulations from us and the fans and give you some time for any shouts you might have at number 13.
Yes, my teammate tonight, Todd, and all the guys who put on the race, and all the drivers, and you guys putting on the show, and some family watching, and looking forward to next week.
We really appreciate the shouts. Again, congratulations on the victory. We'll let you go celebrate with your friends and family.
Appreciate it, guys. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
That is your winner here tonight for the 4th time this season, Ryan Kelly in at the number 13. Definitely a big congratulations to him as he ran a great race, but all these drivers ran a great race, all 23 that were out here, as it was a good one here once again, and another one that was just green to checkered, as we love to see out here. So congrats to everyone that put in the great effort here tonight. That is going to do it for us here at CRN. Again, no broadcast right now for the Core GT, so keep an eye on CRN to see if and when that rebroadcast is going to happen. But another week down here, and thankfully April is done and dusted, so definitely welcome in tomorrow being May. But for myself and Jimmy from the Texas Motor Speedway, we'll see you at the track.
Peace.